Alright, in the previous episode we recorded the disassembly process and the root cause finding for the seized engine of our Mercedes ML350 from the year 2013. The engine in question here is the beautiful OM642, which is a V6 diesel, of course, with 3-liter displacement. We brought the block to a specialized workshop for those Mercedes V engines, and this is how we received the engine. We also brought the heads to a specialist for planning and hydro testing against leaks, but more on that later. Let's first inspect the engine and put it on our engine stand so that the assembly process can start.
Пушарай. Я сниму звук.
Да, сниму.
Пушарай.
With the end caps bolted in, the next step was to insert a balance shaft. And this is where the first problem already arose. This part was sold as a new part, as an original Mercedes-Benz part on eBay by a pretty large seller. However, what I received was a used part for the price of a new part. Pretty good deal, huh? Since the 2 weeks were already over, I couldn't return the part and I ended up buying it again. But this time I bought it from Mercedes-Benz directly. So watch out when buying those shafts.
Here you have a direct comparison of the balance shafts. As you can see, the metal parts they can't really get used up. So this is the old one, that's the new one. We see here minimal amounts of wear, absolutely nothing to be felt under the fingernail. And also here, this end also looks new, so no worries with that. However, there is a rubber part here and here, and this one is used up. As you can see, chunks are missing here a whole section is missing. Also, when listening, this one is rubber, that one already turned to plastics. As far as I know, these are not serviceable. This is press fitted. The excenter, the weight here is press fitted, and this rubber chunk here also press fitted on the shaft. So I bought a new one, still available at Mercedes. I don't know, 120 bucks or something. So I'm using here straightforward engine oil, and let's go. As you can see, I used on the engine block the old caps, dead bolts, but of course everywhere a new copper washer in between.
Next in line are the oil squirters. They are necessary for proper piston cooling and lubrication, and they are notoriously difficult to find for the OM642 because Mercedes-Benz decided to sell those squirters only with the whole engine block. Regardless, I was lucky as I found 3 new pieces online. I have no idea how the previous owner managed to find the new oil squirters, but here they are for 60 euros a piece. Those squirters contain a little spring, and it acts like a valve, which means they are not open when the engine is idling. They open at a specific pressure, which is around 25 psi. The pistons are dimensioned to comply without the extra cooling during the idling phase. A broken valve can be stuck open, which means it is open even when the engine is idling. Such an issue can cause a decrease in oil pressure during the idling phase and of course issues due to insufficient lubrication.
Ja mislim da pišneš na njemu. Eto. Da, točno. Sve gurneš kod.
Malo.
Specijalca.
Stoja.
Vidiš da je točka. I opet nazval to tako. 5. Ja. Četiri, pet, šest, sedam. Bravo, jedan. Vidi ovo. Vidi ovo.
Next are the pistons. The machine shop that worked on the block made the cylinder bore meet the specs of these particular pistons from Neural. They recommended us to use pistons from this brand because depending on which brand is used, the cylinder bore dimensions need to be slightly adjusted. This is apparently due to slight differences in material composition and thermal expansion. We used Neural pistons also in the past on other Mercedes-Benz engines and actually always had good experiences. The pistons are size plus 0.5 in diameter. Yeah, all other bearings are standard, with the exception of one rod bearing, but more on that later. The connection rods are all new and they are from Kolbenschmidt, which is also the manufacturer of the original Mercedes-Benz connection rods, at least as far as I know. They are not pricey at all, and in general I recommend also replacing them. One thing to note is that on this engine the pistons are labeled because they can only be mounted in one direction. Every piston has numbers stamped in, either 1, 2, 3 or 4, 5, 6, indicating the allowed cylinder number and therefore also the side of the engine. The connection rods are the same for both sides. I'm only showing here the assembly of one piston, as all the others are done exactly the same way.
Da, super.
In the next step, we decided to remove all the first and second piston rings from all the 6 pistons, so that we can measure the gap. In German it is the Stoßspiel. This is very important because if the Stoßspiel is too small, the engine will heat up and it can cause engine damage. When the Stoßspiel is too large, the engine will start burning oil. The allowed tolerances are well defined and you can find them now on the screen. The Höhenspiel we also measured off camera. This is essentially the play of the ring within the notch of the piston. In our case, the results of our measurements were exactly the same for all 6 pistons.
Perfect.
This is the only non-standard bearing in the engine. The crank was here scratched, as you have seen maybe in the previous video, due to the failed connection rod bearing. The machine shop machined the crank here to +.5 specs, and we also bought the bearing from them.
Ja, da listo. Idemo tu. Perfecto.
Bra. Premijer ključ. Sad odmah. Sad i... sad. Svi na mjestu.
Ajde. Stop.
Drugu stranu.
Ajde. Stop.
Malo ću ja nježnije da ga... Ja,
To je opasno nakucati. To je opasno nakucati jer mora se kada kucati s ove strane. Opasno je bilo, mnogo je bilo opasno. Baš je bilo opasno.
Vidi se.
Pokažem rub.
Dobre. Šnake rigoto.
Stavit ću svećice.
Znači, samo ovako. Samo da bude u centru. To je to.
Prvo tu da klikneš. What is it?
Oh.
Lägg in nu. Toto?
Toto.
Oj. Ako bi se nadal, da je toliko klizev.
Neobično kaj je pomazana.
All this. Okay.
Original.
Deixa um pouquinho então.
Ja.
Okay, here I put on back the pulley of the crankshaft, checking that this is in OT position. If it is, we can continue with the chain. On the camshafts, we need to make sure that the two dots align. the two dots, and that we have here a dot and here a dot. Here. Also make sure that these holes here, this hole here and this hole here are showing upwards and not downwards. Make sure the position of the holes is the same for you as well. On the other side, it's exactly the same. Waiting for the focus here. We see the dot here on the female side being flush with the cylinder head. We see here the dots align. Okay, I will insert a screenshot then, and we see here the dots align. Here we have this notch. It needs to be vertical. You can also check the verticality. It is then flush with the crankshaft. In my case, it's a little bit tilted because my whole engine stand is a little bit tilted. But as a rule of thumb, you can make the notch here flush with the ball pressed in here. And you are sure again that the balance shaft is in its correct position. There is another way to check the balance shaft, and this is from the back side. I will show this then later. Essentially, you can put in here the back side on, press in the drill bit, and the drill bit will be flush with the piece that is screwed in here. So that's the second way of checking if the balance shaft is in position. And that's pretty much it.
Još red. Moram part.
Ko mene ušli? Ko tebi isto?
Ja.
Držiš li ga? Kako si ga sredio?
Opasno.
Completely shot bearing. And here's a new one. Elring number. Here's the piece. Need to go here. Made a tool on the lathe. It's 1mm notch here. So like that. Putts.
As you can see here, the seal does not align flush with the surface of the cover. This is on purpose because this was exactly the position it was originally placed by Mercedes-Benz. Over the last 300,000 kilometers, the V-belt pulley received a notch, a groove, exactly on that position. This is why we moved the seal 1 millimeter deeper inside, there is space enough for that, to avoid the seal dropping back into the notch. The same trick can also be applied on the main crank seal, which is towards the transmission.
Was ist?
Macht alles kaputt.
Alles kaputt, diese.
Jetzt ist er 10 Minuten da, macht alles hinig.
Wirklich. 13 Wochen Arbeit für den Arsch.
Machen Urlaub.
Ja, ab der Woche ist eh.
So, eine. Und hier.
Ich glaube, da geht's.
Wegen Geld macht man das eh nicht. Klick. Das.
Gib mich Wasser.
Ja, na, das nennt sich. Das Crank Paste. So the injectors are tightened with first 7 Newton meters and then 2 times 90 degrees. Two screws gone, replacement screws.
sedmice. Odplekavamo ovoga. Pravim ovaj... Razumiješ? Ja palim sve. Aj, motor.
Klik. Klik. To je 200.
Ovo budi. Jednom.
Može.
Može.
That's the most difficult part ever.
Das ist noch Unterschiede. Ja. Du hast einmal mit Metall und einmal ohne, ne?
Ja.
Der war unten, ne?
Aber ich nicht nur zum Glauben bin.
Aber, hey,
Trocknen.
Das ist...
am 9 ist nichts drauf, ne? Am 9 ist es noch umgeschraubt, ne? Ja, aber da muss ich runterschrauben.
Fertig.
Dann drehen wir noch mal um.
Schaut vielversprechend
Das ist der
aus.
Kleine.
Das ist nichts mehr zählt.
So,
Das ist gut.
Ja,
dann so.
Ich sauber.
ja, dann da unten rundum.
Ich sauber.
Zu dem da, oder? Hätte ich
So,
gesagt. Da oben auf.
so, so.
Da unten rein und dann da eine.
Ich sauber.
So,
So. Schaut gut aus. Hanna, hat
Schluss.
er runtergerutscht. So.
draufdrücken.
A 2 metra visoko. 2 metra visoko.
On je tu, se vraća.
staviš one dačice strane s nekada, nemoj.
So here's the high pressure pump, also Bosch pump called in the German countries, and it has a counterweight. As you can see, it is eccentric. It is not a centric counterweight here, and there is a specific procedure how this is built in. So how it is done, what I usually do is, as you can see here, the edge of the counterweight, it aligns with one of the tooths. Let's put my finger on it. On the other side it's the same. Here it aligns with that tooth here, and what I then do is one up, 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 one up. So these two teeth, as you can see in the picture now, they align with the notch. And we have to take that tooth here because watching from here. And maybe you can see it already, I made a black line on it, I marked it. From this tooth here, we need to count again. So the black one is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Let me mark here the fifth and the sixth. So this here is 5 and this here is. This is important because when putting it back in, these two friends have to be vertical to the top, and this is the correct position how to build it in. Engine has to be in OT, of course. Click, click, click. Here we have the turbocharger. I did not buy a new one because this one was replaced recently. The 642 engine has this cooling pipe on the turbochargers. Doesn't look like much, but when these seals here, I bought here two new. Here you can see them. Oops, now you can't see them. Now you can see them. I bought two new seals. One is mounted here, the other one is inside. When those seals don't seal properly, then coolant leaks out and you can't replace this pipe without removing the turbo because it is inserted vertically and horizontally, and well, you can't just bend it, it's a piece of metal, so you need always to pull out the whole turbo in order to change the seals. So I recommend changing those seals, they are not expensive at all. I can share the Mercedes number later, but here is the number that my dealer has provided with me. I don't know, maybe you find it with that number. Mercedes number you can find here. Okay, this was not easy at all. New O-ring. Bit of oil here, bit of oil here. That's rock solid. Second O-ring. Let's mount it. Not too much, but still.
While I'm searching there so nonchalantly for the right tool, let me tell you, yes, the cable harness comes first, then comes the turbo, but in this calm moment I ignore this fact, however soon I will notice. Trust me.
Click, click, click.
Cijelo sve, je.
Vier, fünf Gaste jetzt. Die sind alle, oder? Zum
Yes, you see correctly. I kind of did a couple of things off camera. First of all, the wiring harness and this plastic piece here has to be under the turbocharger. There is absolutely no way, to my great disappointment, to do this with the turbo already mounted. So guess what? I had to lift the whole turbo again and remount it. So here it is again. Of course I had to replace all of the seals. For you it was a couple of seconds, for me it was a couple of days, because I had to reorder the new seals. So pay attention when you do your 642 engine, that you first mount the wiring harness and then the charger.
Men już.
Kennst du aus? Mit.
To smo sada probali.
Više nećemo.
Kam bok.
Vidao šalte.
Ja ti kažeš.
Sine, to su one klope kam pravi samo.
Deine Sprüherstiefeln sehnen sich nach Zärtlichkeit.
Passt. Dann 2 Runden schauen, ob es geht. Und wenn es nicht geht, dann müssen wir warten bis so.
Ja, nimmst du Maßband?
Ja, jetzt soll die 50 per Hand transportieren. Kannst du mir auch noch einen schwarzen bringen, bitte?
Sono pronto? Dal subito dire. Fucking idiot.
Anestezija. Baš da. Ide i ovdje previše.
Ide i tu, a?
Da, da. Opala.
Moje najveće kućice.
Što je tako loš? 10 kg na 2 sigurno. Nije on to za 100%.
Šta je on radio, ali ja znam šta sam ja sad radio. Ajde dole.
Gotovo. Super.
To je to. Super, znači ovo. On ima...
Sad se znam, cijelo kombajn on je oštri. Heroba. Perfekt. Plastika?
Sad ćemo plastiku da uzmemo. Legli?
Ja, perfekt.
Ausgleich, wirklich. Što je motor u fazi, vidiš kako se...
Camera was off, so now again, some RTV below here as a sealer, putting it in, 9 Newton meter, job done. Aber es fehlen da noch ein paar Sachen.
Ja.
So.
Ja.
It is schaffen.
Just holding on the screws.
Ja, okay. Poczekaj.
Unten kommst du, oder? Oder unten irgendwo.
Here.
Left of that.
This one.
Die Größe.
Yes, here and here.
Muss aber.
Sicher, sicher.
Ja, nie znam. No, nasze.
No, Dichtung.
Nie. No tak, to smakło, to bardzo nie jest. Co to nie więcej jest?
A, tu podejrz oprócz.
Co bierze? Ty gdzieś zmieniasz
Chodź, chodź. No da ja. Chodź, widzę, to sobie robię.
Stań. Dobro daš kući.
Ovo mora tu, ili tako?
Ja da...
A ovo mora...
Čekaj,
Ne moraš, to ćemo mi zajedno. Za našu.
Ali lijepo ulje, a? Plavo.
Crveno.
Mislim da je crveno.
Da, crveno. A ne, plavo. To nikad nije mijenjao.
Nikad nije bilo, sigurno. Ja držim, ajde. Svjetlano.
Čekaj.
Jesi ovo, šta je ovo?
Sve sam. Dole. O čemu tu naležemo još?
Ima karabiner.
Da.
A?
Ne, evo ga. Evo ga, skinuo sam ga.
Zwei Kilo.
2 kilo.
The last step before we start cranking the engine is to bleed out the remaining air from the high pressure system. On the OM642, but also on the OM651, this can very easily be done by actuating the fuel pressure pump in the tank until the diesel starts leaking out at the connectors between injector and common rail. Once the diesel leaks out everywhere, it means the air is out. We repeat this procedure until all 6 are free from air. Then we can start cranking the engine.
Start!
Machst du, ne, was denn?
Mach du nicht.
Klick.
Klick.
Unter 150.
Glock, 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 glock.